Thank you for joining us on Imagining Diamonds. There's a line in Lewis Carroll's beloved Alice in Wonderland in which Alice asks the Cheshire Cat which she should go to. He asks her where she's going, and she replies that she doesn't know. If you don't know where you are going, the cat replies, any road will lead you there. In other words, if you don't really care where you end up, then it doesn't really matter which path you take. I think of this exchange whenever someone asks me for advice on a jewelry purchase, particularly earrings, because the types are so varied. If you truly don't care about the type, style, and quality of your diamond earrings, if you're just looking for something pretty or a quick solution for a least-minute gift, then it doesn't matter which pair you choose. If, however, you do have preferences and ideas about your perfect pair and would just like to get some help getting there, some help with choosing diamond earrings, let me see what I can do about helping you narrow down the possible paths. Choosing a pair of diamond earrings comes down to two components, the style and the diamonds. By style, we of course mean the type of earrings. Are they small and dainty, large and gaudy? And when it comes to the diamonds, of course, we mean any, all included in the pair, whether that means 2 large studs or dozens of small stones embedded in a pair of chandeliers. The style. Let's start with that. You've heard me say this before, in that I've always insisted that a person start with the overall style they are looking for before turning attention to the actual diamonds themselves. Because until you have a framework, you hardly know what your diamond needs will be really. And as we'll see when we get to the diamond section of the post, the importance and prominence of the diamonds and consequently the degree to which you must carefully select depends entirely on the style of earrings you choose to buy. So let's look at a few examples that should give you some ideas when choosing diamond earrings. Hoops are one of the most commonly seen types of diamond earrings of all time. They're versatile, can go with anything, ease make them a popular choice. At times I've heard complaints that hoops are a bit boring, in that the only aspect you really customize is the size of the hoops. But there are no fuss, simplicity will likely always make them favorites. With hoops, it's particularly important to make sure the diamond appears to be uniform in size and color. If one is noticeably darker than all the rest, it will stand out dramatically. Drop earrings are so called due to the way they literally drop from the ear. Usually they bear sizable gems or perhaps a cluster of smaller gems. These are popular on the red carpet, and there's typically a good variety of options available. Make sure if the pair you are eyeing is particularly sizable or gaudy that you make sure that it isn't too much of a pull on the earlobe itself, as this can distract from the overall presentation. And now a few words about chandelier earrings. They got their name from their appearance, which hangs down from the ear in an ornate and glamorous pattern of sparkle and flare. Much like a chandelier earrings are popular in part because each pair tends to be very unique. You can go over your whole life and never see a chandelier duplicated, and this same type of a variety can be found in the chandelier earring style. And of course, one can't forget the classic and most popular option of all, the stud. Yes, diamond stud earrings, though like hoops and their perceived lack of creativity, perhaps reigns supreme in the hierarchy of diamond earrings. One thing to keep in mind about studs, however obvious this may seem, is that more so than any other style of a diamond earring we've discussed, the diamonds themselves are much more important. While you always want to be the diamonds in the earrings to be of superior quality, cut and polish, in the case of studs, the diamonds are the earrings, so you can't scrimp on selection. The diamonds, this selection is particularly important if you're looking into studs or perhaps drops with sizable diamonds. Again, you always want the best diamonds that you can afford, but in the case of, say, a pair of chandelier earrings embedded with a dozen tiny diamonds, you won't need to opt out for the best. The diamonds simply aren't big enough and hence won't be noticed in the same way that studs will. But back to diamond education, which begins with shape and cut. Studs come in all kinds of diamond shapes, so this becomes a matter of personal preference. Round brilliants are by far the most common, and brilliant cuts in general also show more fine sparkle than mixed or step cut stones like emeralds. The bigger the diamonds in your earrings, the more important the clarity is. While there's no need to pay for flawless diamond, nor should you ever go anywhere near the other end of the scale, the I1, I2, or I3 category of included diamonds. Anything in the VVS, VS, or SI1 categories is perfectly acceptable. Keep in mind, again, this becomes more important if the diamonds are big, that SI1 diamonds are slightly included and that it may be possible, though unlikely, for some flaws in inclusions to be seen by the naked eye. Color, of course, is also exacerbated by how big the diamonds are, and the bigger they are, the more noticeable it will be if you've chosen a color grade with a hint of borderline yellow. Stick to something in the colorless range. These will have letter grades D, E, or F, or the near colorless range, better grades from G through J, to eliminate the possibility of faint yellow or brown color. And once you've put this all together, the carat weight you will settle for on studs will ultimately be determined by your budget. Keep it in mind that you can always tweak any of the 4 C's in order to adjust as needed. And one thing I've always liked to remind people of is that one needn't not go big when it comes to studs. Small ones can suffice just fine. I have a pair of beautiful N4 stubs that I've sold to some of my customers. 1/10, and I don't feel like a pauper when I give them to the clients. I feel glamorous that people are comfortable wearing these. Why? Because sometimes a small pair of studs defines a woman's beauty and her modesty. Lewis Carroll's analogy at the beginning of the post, more likely to end up the perfect pair of earrings. If you're coming to a decision already clear on what exactly is it you're looking for, you're much more likely to find the correct road to take and to ultimately get there much faster when you have some preferences for the goal. To learn more, visit Imagine Diamonds. And just to demonstrate some of the types of diamonds that we've talked about today, here's a few samples. This is the popular hoop earrings. As you can see, diamonds are clearly set with a perfect example. Then we have the Huggy earrings, much smaller than the hoop, but still a very classic look. Okay, and then we have the drop earrings, which people like to wear on the red carpet. For more views and details of diamonds, please visit ImagineDiamonds.com. Thank you.